Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am back with Chonny Jash, and he is doing a song called The Bidding. It's another Tally Hall cover. I did another one previously. You can check out all of my reactions to Chonny Jash down below. I still have trouble saying his name because I always want to say Johnny Cash. Chonny Jash, there's a playlist for him. There's a playlist for any artist for whom I've done two or more reactions to, so you can check them all out in one place if you want to. But check out some other artists that you haven't heard of before as well. That's one of the advantages I've had of starting the channel. Many viewers like you have introduced me to artists like Chonny and many others that I'd never heard before. So it's really great to get introduced to new singers, bands, groups, whatever. Just before we jump into the music, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. It does help the channel a lot, and it's free to do. It's very easy, doesn't take a lot of energy. If you want to help the channel some more, there are ways to do that. Check in the description below, and there's a couple of ways to donate to the channel: buy me a coffee and PayPal donation. There's also a method described there for bumping up your requests so that you get them a lot earlier than on the regular list, which is really quite long. So it does take a while. So if you do make a request, be aware it will probably take me quite some time to get there. Other ways to support the channel that don't cost anything but a tiny bit of time is to leave a comment, give us some information, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed, donated, left comments, suggestions, recommendations, given me information about the bands, etc. It all helps. It all helps with the algorithm. And it also just feels good to get a good comment now and again. It just motivates me to make another video that day. And some of the days are quite busy with my real job. And so, yeah, it does help. It does help reactors to get motivated when you hear something good, just like anybody if you hear something good, right? All right, let's get into the bidding. Okay, the intro sounds a little ominous. I think he was just about to start singing there.
I've been sleeping in a cardboard box, spending every dollar on a losing lot. And even though I know it isn't worth much stock, no, it's better to have tried than not.
Cool.
Can you tell me who you're trying to fool? I can seem to find the point you're trying to make. And if you think that you can lie to me, then I think you made a big mistake.
Going once, going twice, every madman has his vice. Some have lust, some have greed, some have intrapsychosocial envy.
You're like 1,000 times circled all around this dreadful carousel. You say that you're so cognizant of all the pattern lies that you try not to tell, and yet you still continue putting in your dimes and continue this revolving hell.
And here he is, the piece of shit, sitting high atop his stolen throne. Glass, the house of the hypocrite, and yet you still continue arming stones.
Going once, going twice, let me lend you some advice. Time is short, life even more, yet you wage this silly war. Going twice, going thrice, guess this means we'll tie the road today.
See, I've been in total agony relentlessly ever since you came around.
Nice. Okay, it's a bit chaotic, especially now we're having different voices left and right. So it is very chaotic, and the lyrics are a bit chaotic as well. But yeah, you say you love entropy. No, I've heard people say they love anarchy. I don't know if I've heard someone specifically say they love entropy but um, yeah, I don't know that they've thought it all the way through. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's different, and as it usually is with Chani, but I've been in total agony relentlessly. I've been in total agony relentlessly. That's not good. Let's go.
Ever since you came around, your silence deafens more than any sound.
Yes.
Oh my god, shit, you were there, that was it. Did you see underneath? If only temporarily the halves are involved and attempt to console one more time. Go again, no, this can't be the end. It was me, whose file I could breathe like a child, but for once heart of mine. And time and combined, I believe I can see you can finally weave. Not for you or for him, then please do it for me. 'Cause I don't know how much more I can take. This creeping, seeping, sickly, sleeping pain and heartache. So please, won't you just attempt to be free? 'Cause I think I can finally be me.
Fighting the other hemisphere.
But maybe if we reason our rhymes, the dissonance could disappear.
Maybe, maybe. Uh, but maybe if we reasoned our rhymes, this dissonance will disappear. Possibly, reason will take you to a certain point, that's for sure. And I'm a big fan of reason and logic, and but it doesn't always win the day because we're also biologically emotional creatures too. But yeah, and I think probably he's referring to the heart, mind, soul differences here, and you viewers who follow Chani a lot more and do a lot more research than I do will have a lot more to say probably. But I think that a lot of people at least have some of these thoughts going through their mind, and sometimes they can all be flying in all at once. It's like a stream of consciousness, this song, there's all kinds of things coming in and coming out at the same time. And as he says at the end about reason and logic can sometimes harness those and rein them in and help you to cope a little bit better. I don't say that that's the only way, that's the or that always works perfectly. It certainly doesn't. There is entropy, if you want to use the broad sense of the word entropy. I mean, we are all dying from, I guess technically before we're born, but certainly after we're born, we're on our way. But I think that you can flip that, and it's not such a bad thing. I think you can flip it and say, life is incredibly amazing. It's amazing that I'm here to start with, and what can I do with this life? It's not that long, really. Maybe 80 years, might squeeze out 100 if I'm lucky. Uh, but it's not really a huge amount of time. And as you get older, you realize just how short that time is. When you're very young, well, it kind of changes, I think. Sometimes little kids worry about death. Then they kind of grow out of it and become invincible for a while. And in your 20s and 30s, you don't think too much about it. As you get a little older and older, you start realizing, oh, wow, I passed the halfway point. A lot of people have passed the halfway point and they don't even know it. People talk about being middle-aged when they're, 50 or 60. That's not really middle age because the average age in this country and in North America in general is probably about high 70s, 80, somewhere in there. I haven't checked recently, but so middle age is 40, 45. So now I've depressed a lot of people, but don't worry about it. Just live well and live as long as you can and do the best you can with what you have. And that has helped me because there's a lot of chaos up here, and it doesn't mean that it all goes away. It doesn't mean that I don't have days, but it does help me to reason and truly reason and use facts and evidence and and look at things logically, what's so bad about there not being some magical creature in the sky looking after me? Now I wouldn't want one. It's such a horror show from everything I've read and heard. And why would I want that anyway? So the life is so much better knowing that I do have this limited amount of time, and I can do the best I can here, not only for myself but for others as well, if possible. I am no saint, that's for sure. But I don't think I'm the devil either. I don't think I'm Satan either, or whatever. Uh, that's colloquial because there is no such thing either. But I think I've rambled pretty much twice as long as I ever should have. I thought this was a lot of fun. I'd have to go through it several times and do the lyrics several times, and might change my mind about what I'm saying. But this is what I like to do, come in cold and run through and see what I can pick out of it. And I know he's probably, doing more with the mind and the heart and the soul separation and whatnot. But to be honest, there is no separation. It's all here. So it's just a way of expressing it. And I think Johnny, knows that and is doing that, and he does it very, very well. Uh, you could hear some of his voice through here. Of course, there was a lot of manipulation in certain parts as well, but that's adding to the quality of the video and the song and the intent that it has. So it was all really well done. Yeah, excellent. Thank you for this request. Let me know what else you'd like to hear from Chonny Jash or from anyone else. You can send me information. You can just tell me how you're doing if you want. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. The notification bell helps, especially if videos are blocked, and they sometimes are. So if you want to hit that, that's great. If you haven't hit subscribe, what are you waiting for? It doesn't take too long. Just give that a push. Check in the description below. There will be a link to the artist channel so you can go and support them and help them out also. And as I mentioned before, ways to donate and way to bump up your request if you like, and links to my short stories as well. There's just a lot of stuff down there, I think. All right, it's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Bye bye for now.